Good morning. This morning we are going to review the expressions from lesson number 5, which was called What Matters Most. This will mostly be a review, but I will also give you two new expressions that have not been studied before, but we are mostly going to review the expressions that we studied the last time in lesson number 5. Let's look at the expressions from lesson number 5. This is week number 4 and a review from lesson number 5 with two new expressions that I will give you today. The first expression that we saw from lesson number 5 was, I am good at something. This expression is used to describe skills, abilities, or activities that we feel we can do well. A point that I made when we studied these expressions last time was that often they are ones that can be observed or seen, or they can be measured or judged by people who are watching or listening to what you are doing. So activities such as public speaking or figure skating or dancing are examples of skills, abilities, or activities that can be watched and measured or judged by people who are watching or listening to you as the performer. Let's look at some examples. I am good at cooking. I am good at public speaking. I am good at figure skating. I am good at playing the piano. I am good at taekwondo. All of these activities are ones that can be seen and listened to by people who are watching you, and they can be judged. For example, we have many chefs on television whose cooking shows are popular, and they are watched by many people, and they become popular because the people like what they see on TV. So they are judged, and they are seen by many people, and they have a TV show about cooking. Or public speaking is an activity that many people can judge and give awards to the people who win public speaking contests. All of these activities can be seen and measured by the people watching or listening to what you are doing. Okay, let's go to the next slide. This expression was not in your book, but it was given to you because it's similar to I am good at doing something. This expression is, I am a talented something. This is another way to describe skills and abilities that we feel we have. You can also say he or she is a talented something to describe another person. Or you can say they are a talented group of something to describe a whole group of people who are doing something. If you are talented, then you are good at doing something. Let's look at some examples using talented. I am a talented music composer. A music composer is someone who makes or who writes music. The next one. You are a talented writer. Someone who writes stories or magazine articles or books is a writer. He is a talented actor, someone on television or in the movies. She is a talented architect, someone who designs a building or buildings is an architect. They are a talented group of singers. For example, a K-pop group such as BTS, which is very popular, someone could say, well, they are a talented group of singers. Okay, the next slide. This expression was also not in your book, but it is similar to I am good at doing something, or I am talented. I am a talented something. This is I am a skilled something. This is another way to describe skills and abilities that we feel we have. Or you can say he or she is a skilled something to describe another person. Or you can say you or they are a skilled group of something to describe a group of people who are doing something. For example, a team could be a skilled team at playing basketball or volleyball. So they are a skilled group of volleyball players, for example. If you are skilled, you are good at doing something. Let's look at the next slide. Here are some examples using skilled. I am a skilled writer. You are a skilled photographer, someone who takes photos. Often a professional who takes photos and then has a business related to taking photos, like wedding photos or photos at some kind of event. But it can also be just a regular person who likes to take photos and is good at taking photos. You could say, hey, Mom, you're a skilled photographer. Okay, next. He is a skilled manager, someone who directs and supervises other people in the workplace is a manager. She is a skilled doctor. They are a skilled group of athletes. For example, basketball players or baseball players. You could say they are a skilled group of basketball players. Okay, let's look at the next one. I'm going to introduce a new expression with a new word that you can also use to describe your skills, abilities, or talents. This is gifted. This word is gifted. You can say you are a gifted something. This is another way to describe skills, abilities, or activities that we feel we have and that we can do well. Like being good at something, it's often skills, abilities, or activities that people can see or measure, and they can use this word gifted to describe someone whose skill level can be seen and measured and is very high, often is very high. Some examples. You are a gifted musician, someone who creates music, who makes music. You are a gifted artist, someone who creates art. You are a gifted writer, someone who writes for a magazine or for a newspaper or writes books. They could be a gifted writer. You are a gifted photographer. As I said, it could be someone who works for a business or just a regular person who likes to take photos. You are a gifted athlete. For example, basketball players, volleyball players, Olympic athletes, they are all highly skilled, and people could say that they are gifted at what they do. Now, this is the point I want to make about this word. It's an important point. Gifted is usually used to describe someone whose skill level is often a lot higher or greater than that of an average person doing the same thing. So, gifted is usually used to describe someone whose skill level is quite high compared to an average person doing the same thing. Let's take Yuna Kim, for example. She was an Olympic figure skater who won the gold medal in 2010. She was one of the best figure skaters in the world, and she still is one of the best figure skaters in the world. So, people could say she is a gifted figure skater. She has a very high level of skill in figure skating. This word is often used to describe someone whose skill level is much higher or greater than that of an average person doing an activity. Okay, that's an important point I just wanted to make about gifted. Let's look at some examples using gifted. He is a gifted scientist, or she is a gifted scientist. She is a gifted painter. He or she is a gifted ballet dancer. He or she is a gifted speaker. He or she is a gifted figure skater, like Yuna Kim, for example. Let's take a look at the next one. Now we're going to go to part 2. We're going to get one new expression in this part, but we're going to review the expressions we saw before first. Let's look at those. We saw an expression using these words, a past sentence using I'm interested in, and also using the phrase when I was young, I was interested in something. Okay, so here's some examples. When I was young, I was interested in dinosaurs. Many children love dinosaurs, and you could say, when I was young, I was interested in dinosaurs. Here are some more examples. When I was young, I was interested in scary movies. When I was young, I was interested in airplanes. Many young boys, for example, love airplanes. So you could say, when I was young, I was interested in airplanes. When I was young, I was interested in animals. When I was young, I was interested in baseball. Okay, let's look at the next one. Now, we also saw this sentence in Chapter 5, when we did Chapter 5, making a past sentence using this phrase, as a child, I wanted to do something. Here are some examples. As a child, I wanted to visit Disneyland in the USA. Disneyland is where we can see Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and other Disney characters. And nowadays, Disney is also the owner of Marvel Studios. So if you go to Disney World in Florida, you can see all the Marvel characters as well. But Disneyland can also be seen in Japan, I believe, and China. Many children want to go to see Disneyland. So you could say, as a child, I wanted to visit Disneyland in the USA, which was the first Disneyland. Okay, let's look at another example. As a child, I wanted to see the pyramids in Egypt. The pyramids were built thousands of years ago in Egypt, and you can visit them. As a child, I wanted to become a famous explorer. An explorer is someone who discovers or finds new places or new things. You could say, as a child, I wanted to become a famous explorer. As a child, I wanted to own a pet turtle. As a child, I wanted to visit the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is in France. It's in Paris. You could say, as a child, I wanted to visit the Eiffel Tower because it's a very popular place. Let's look at the next one. Here is a new expression that I'll introduce in this part. Just one more. You can make a past sentence by combining two things, when I was young and I am good at. So for example, when I was young, I was good at doing something. When I was young, I was good at doing something. Let's look at an example. When I was young, I was good at swimming. So this new past sentence is made by combining when I was young with the phrase we saw at the beginning, I am good at doing something. When I was young, I was good at something. When I was young, I was good at swimming. For example, another example. When I was young, I was good at math. When I was young, I was good at playing baseball. When I was young, I was good at speaking French. As a Canadian, I studied French as you study English, and I used to be better at speaking French. So I could say about myself, when I was young, I was good at speaking French, which is mostly true. When I was young, I was good at running, is another example. Let's look at one new expression in this part. When I was young, I was good at making speeches. When I was young, I was good at drawing. When I was young, I was good at playing soccer. When I was young, I was good at writing. So all of these activities are things that you used to do when you were young and you felt that you were good at doing when you were young. This can be made by combining this phrase, when I was young, I did something, and then the other phrase, I was good at, or I am good at something. So you can say, when I was young, I was good at something. Okay. That's the last new expression that I'm going to introduce today. I just want you to do a little bit of practice work with the brand new expression. When I was young, I was good at something. Just complete the homework that is attached. It's a short exercise, 5 to 7 sentences about when you were young, you were good at doing something. And then when you're finished, please send it to my email address, which is shown on the handout. So if you have any problems or difficulties, please send me a message, and I will try to help you. That's all for today. Have a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next time. If you have any problems, please contact me, and have a good day. Bye for now.